Hey everybody, David here, also known as Chessman, also known as Act Like a Grandmaster. Here to bring you coverage of the 2025 U.S. Women's Chess Championship, reviewing the games. Today we're reviewing games from round 5. And let's get started. The first game, we got Talia Cervantes with the white pieces versus Anna Zatonsky with the black pieces. And their accuracy was 98.4%, so pretty high. As I scan the game, I don't see any mistakes at all. So let's see what happened. We get a Queen's Gambit declined. The exchange variation. See White's piece is well developed while Black's is still on the back row. Some pieces getting traded. Final pair of rooks come off. Now it's just the queens and bishops. Black offering the queen trade, White declining it. And they agree to a draw. Not one mistake in that entire game. In the next game, we got Megan with the white pieces against Irina Krush with the black pieces. Megan's accuracy was 89.5%, while Irina's accuracy was 94.3%. I do see some mistakes in this game. Let's see what happened. We get a Sicilian defense. Yo Kelly. A lot of pawn moves by black. And we got our first mistake. Looks like h6 would have been a good move. That would have been the best move. Would have kept the game about equal. But now White's got a significant edge. Almost a full point. But misses the move. Looks like what White should have done was gone g5 to get a pretty significant advantage. We get another mistake. Looks like knight to g2 would have kept the game very equal. Also knight to g4 would have been alright. Those are the two moves that would have kept the game pretty in balance. Instead, we got knight c4. Now after trades, black's up half a pawn. Got another mistake. Looks like queen should have gone to f3, or we could have had a3. Even king to g2. Those three moves would have been alright. Instead, we got queen to g4, followed by bishop c8, attacking the queen. Got another mistake here. Rook a d1 seems like a natural move, but what we're looking for is bishop takes c8. Getting those bishops off. Instead, we got rook a to d1. And this leaves black with an opportunity to get up, to go up a point in the match by playing bishop takes h3. And looks like black misses it, plays king g7. Now it's a pretty balanced game again. And we get queen h2, which is another mistake. Looks like queen to h3 would have kept the game in balance. Instead, after queen h2, black's got a point advantage. Looks like we got somewhere along the line there was a mistake, because it was like 0.86% advantage. Now it's 3.5, 3.3. So black's got a huge advantage. We just need to see the conversion. And black just wins. White's gonna have to give up the rook for the pawn, and then black will just mate with the king and pawn, with a king and rook. And Arena Crush is 3.5. 3 out of 5. In the next game, we have Atusa Porkashian with the white pieces versus Tatev Abrahamian with the black pieces. Atusa had an 83.3 accuracy, while Tatev had a 96.9 accuracy. See a few mistakes. See how it started. Got a French defense. Cherish variation. Got a little inaccuracy there. It's like h3. Stop the pawn from coming down would have been much better. Also, king h1 would have been a good move. Instead, we got knight to b1. Then the pawns come off. Knight c5 was a mistake. It's like queen to b6 would have been better. Got a missed opportunity. Like bishop to e3 would have kept the game in balance. Instead we get knight c3. And now Black's got a slight advantage. Got another inaccuracy. Looks like b3 would have been the move. Would have kept Black's advantage minimal. But now Black has almost 2 points advantage if she plays d4, which she does. b3 was a mistake. Looks like queen e1 would have been a better move, although Black still has a significant edge. But we got b3. And Black has almost 3-point advantage, so winning advantage. So Black should win the game, should convert. And Tatev wins. And goes in the match 3 out of 5. While Tusa is only 1 out of 5. Next game we got Jennifer Yu with the white pieces versus Rose Atwell with the black pieces. Jennifer got a 91.4 accuracy, while Rose got a 91.6 accuracy. And looks like we got a d4. Got a Queen's Gambit declined. A4 is an inaccuracy. Looks like d5 would have been a much better attack. But we got a4. And g takes f5 was a mistake. Knight f6 would have given Black over a point advantage, which would have been a huge advantage. So that was a missed opportunity. But we got g takes f5. Got another inaccuracy, which is a huge inaccuracy. Gives White over a 3-point advantage, which is a winning advantage. It's like Black should have played rook to g8 instead. White has another inaccuracy, which increases Black's advantage to almost 4 points, especially if Rook takes either rook to g3 if White either, let's see, after White played rook to h4, White's advantage is down to less than 2. So a big mistake. But it's still probably a winning advantage. Rook g7's another mistake. Rook h5 would have been better. Or rook f1. But we got rook g7, which cuts White's advantage in half, only about a point ahead now. And it's a draw. Draw by threefold. White had the advantage for a lot of the game, and it got squandered. So that's too bad. They were both sitting at 2.5 out of 5. And let's take a look at the next game. This game we got Carissa Yip with the white pieces versus Anna Sargsyan with the black pieces. Carissa's got a 92.9 accuracy, while Anna has an 85.1 accuracy. It's like a fairly short game. Starts with e4 c5, a Sicilian. The open Sicilian. And got a slight edge for white right now. And we got an inaccuracy. Let's see, he says b3 would have been the best move. Either that or knight to c2, bringing the knight back into the center. Got another inaccuracy by black, which pretty much evens the game up. Looks like black should have gone queen to g7 or g4. We got rook c to d8, followed by b4 and g4. g3 is a mistake. G takes f3 would have been better. Or a takes b5. But we got g3, and that gives white a 1.5 advantage, which is a huge advantage. And black lost. White's up over 5 points of advantage, so black forfeited. And Carissa Yip is 2.5 out of 5. But Anna is still 3.5 out of 5, so still doing pretty good. In the last game, we got Nazi Pakades with the white pieces versus Alice Lee with the black pieces. Nazi has a 77.2 accuracy, the lowest accuracy in the round, I believe. And Alice has an accuracy of 86.6. So, few blunders. and missed opportunities. Got a queen's pawn opening. Got the Jagoran variation. First off, we got an inaccuracy. Because b5 would have been the only really good move. We got a missed opportunity. Instead of castles, let's see what white should have done. White should have thrust it out with g4. Knight c6 is a missed opportunity. But again, could have gone b5. Would have been a significant edge. Knight b1's a missed opportunity. G takes f6 would have been the move to keep the balance. Got another inaccuracy. It looks like a big inaccuracy. It looks like should have played bishop to bishop to d3, and that would have been over a point advantage for black. So the best move would have been bishop to d3, but at this point, black has a huge advantage. And after this inaccuracy, black's advantage increased to over 2 points, so a winning advantage. But we got a missed opportunity by black. Looks like knight takes c5 would have been the way to go. Also, queen takes a2 would have been good. Not as good, but still pretty good. But we got b3. A takes b3, knight b4. Got another inaccuracy by white. Let's see, knight to b1 would have cut black's advantage down. Instead, we got knight e2 and another missed opportunity by black. It's like black should have gone bishop takes a3. Missed opportunity by white. Looks like again knight to b1 would have been the way to go. Finally, the bishop captures the knight. B takes back. And Alice wins. Black wins. It's a pretty short game, but there were few missed opportunities in this game. That's why the accuracies were not too high. But Alice is still 3.5 out of 5, so I think she's right near the top. And let's take a look at the last game. Actually, that was the last game. All right, that went by fast, so let's take a look at the standings. So looks like we got Anna and Alice at the top, tied for first with 3.5 points. Then Anna Zatonsky, Irina Krush, and Tatev Abramian are tied with 3 points for third place. And then we got a few tied for sixth. And then Talia at 10th. And then Atusa and Megan tied for 11th. So pretty close tournament. still at least five players that have that could definitely get first, maybe even 10. And tomorrow I believe it's round 6, so I'll be covering that along with the U.S. Chess Championships. So I'll be doing that. I might cover the Speed Chess Championship. That would be a lot of games to cover, so I'm not sure how I'm going to do that. But stay tuned. I will be covering more tournaments. And hope you enjoyed. If you haven't already, please subscribe and just have a good time. Have a good one. Bye.